But yeah. I'm not really set up to like watch links, click anything right now, Trina. Sorry. Finally beat original Resident Evil 2. So proud of yourself. Nice.
Cheryl?
I'll be getting around to
Is
it
that
later this
Cheryl?
month. But I'm still just not sure how I'm going to approach Resident Evil 2.
Where are you going? Hey, wait!
On the
Stop!
one hand, I would really like to stream that game blind so that everybody can see my first playthrough. On the other hand, it's going to be absolute fucking insanity with the amount of backseating there's going to be, because the game has been out long enough now that even people who haven't played it have been watching people stream it enough where they're just going to absolutely just want to be know-it-alls about it. Like, I've already seen it in the handful of streams and stuff that I've like hosted. Yeah, exactly, Food. People can't shut up. People can't sit back and just watch somebody play a game on Twitch. They gotta prove to everybody in chat that they know how the game is, that they've seen it before, that they've played it before, that they know where things are, that they know strategies, and
What's going on here?
are just not okay with people playing a game and figuring that stuff out on their own.
What's that? Huh. Radio. What's going on with that radio? This is not a dream. What's happening to this place?
Three Dog was playing Hitman Season 2 yesterday. Someone told him he was like DSP playing MGS2. Jesus. Yeah, I said that's just the nature of things. That's the nature of playing games and making it a public spectacle, a thing to watch. Especially on Twitch, where the idea is to be interactive. But that's all some people want to do. Some people purely want to spend their time trying to show others that they know more. And I mean, there's better ways to go about that. I wanted to show others that I know quite a bit about Silent Hill. I don't go into other people's fucking chats and do it, though. I do it on my own channel. I do it on my own time for the people who bother wanting to be here for it. Fine if you're a know-it-all, but unsolicited help does not make a game more fun. Had that happen the other day playing out Isolation. I mean, it'll happen no matter what. It'll happen no fucking matter what. Because, like, hell, I was playing fucking Blaze Blue. Just a casual, fun night of fighting games, anime fighting games for Weeb Wednesday. And the viewership on Wednesdays and stuff is like, there's usually like 20, 30, 40 people here. Like, it's a much smaller crowd compared to the people who usually show up for Silent Hill and amount of people who would be here for RE2 and that kind of thing. And there was still somebody who was here in chat like, why do you keep canceling your drive attacks before the second hit? Why are you not already training for Evo? Like, why are you not at a tournament level playing this game? Let me give you tips. Let me do nothing in chat but tell you how to play this game better. Like, come the fuck on. Get fucking good. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the whole thing. If you want to watch somebody who's good, like, just leave. That's what always, like, oh my god. That's what always fucking gets to a point for me where it's like, I can understand going into a stream and not liking what you see. Not liking how well someone plays the game, not liking whatever about the stream that you don't like. But the people who have to stick around and like express their discontent, and it's like, you can just click that back arrow, get the fuck out of here, go watch someone else.
What was that? Who in the hell was that?
Yo, Dark Omen. Dark Omen, thank you so much for the 4 months of support. Seriously, thank you so much. Hope you're doing well tonight. Oops. Backseated on what music to play on stream. Notorious B.I.G. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. That's a good song choice for Diablo. How could somebody argue with that? VOD muted. Yep. Oh shit, what am I doing? This is the hardest part about wanting to practice these games more. Is I also need to like get better at focusing on the game. I always feel like I'm getting too focused on the game and just like not talking. So sorry if I miss anybody playing stuff in chat. Not always going to be the most entertaining when I'm kind of like playing stuff that I need to somewhat focus on. When getting a shower feels like the most productive part of the day. Hey, some days just feel like that. Some days I just gotta be proud of myself just for like rolling out of bed. Ooh. Really expecting to get grabbed there. Oh, fuck. This is one of those parts of the run where I always forget, like, what I should be doing. Because I basically can do this part first and then go up to the roof. Or I can go up to the roof first and then come and get this key on the way back down. I just don't remember what's more efficient, like what's faster. Don't know how someone can speedrun Silent Hill. This game makes you feel anxious. I mean, I've just been a big horror fan for a long time. I've been playing this game in particular for the last 20 years. So, It used to scare me so badly I couldn't even finish it. But you get familiar enough with something, it doesn't bother you that way anymore. Does Silent Hill still make you feel anxious? No, not really. I can appreciate the parts of it the way they were constructed and used to make me feel anxious and scared. But movies and games and stuff like that don't really affect me anymore. Kills all things in life. That's one way to look at it, but I don't see it that way. It's a trade-off. You're so much more familiar with something that it's not going to have the same impact on you that it did when it was something fresh and something new. And that applies to everything in life. That applies to people you know. Somebody who you see every day of your life, you know. Why do you think so many people in long-term relationships wind up cheating on people? You know, you get to a point, some people literally just get so tired of seeing that same person that they're just like desperate to see or be with someone else, you know? But at the same time, like when you look at things like games, and when you look at things like media and rewatching or replaying, and it's not something that changes. It's not something like a person, you know, where they're going to sort of change over time that you're around them. It's something that's static. So the only element of it that changes is you. And that's the element that I like about it. Yeah, a game or a movie or whatever, the first time you see it or play it or anything isn't going to scare you, you know, that same way once you've seen it 10 times, 20 times, 100 times. But you have more of an appreciation for it. Like the elements of it that impacted you, the stuff that scared you, you become more used to seeing it. And as I said, you kind of look at it in a different light. Because the first time I'm playing this and getting scared of it, I'm a little kid. You know, I was 11 years old the first time I played this game. And at that mindset, like, even at 11, I wasn't thinking of games in terms of, like, a group of people made this, you know? Like, people had to figure out how to program this. People had to model this. Artists had to draw all of these things and then make models of them and make it all playable, make it all work. Somebody had to record the sounds and, you know, do all of that. And it's one of those things where it's like when you're younger and you're not really thinking about that, or even when you're older and you're just experiencing a game for the first time, you're more focused on the content of the game rather than kind of thinking about everything behind it. But the more you get familiar with something, the more opportunity you give yourself to kind of analyze it and look at it more. So if something scares you the first time you play it, the second time you play it, the fifth time you play it, and then you kind of start, okay, I'm expecting it, I know what it is, and you can kind of analyze it as like, well, why does this bother me? Why does the appearance of this creature bother me? Why does this sudden noise, you know, make me jump? And then you can start analyzing that even further of like the intention of the developers to make it that way, to make the sound that accompanies the model, that does the animation and results in like a fear response. So I don't know, it gives you much more of an appreciation for things. That repetition. I don't view it as killing any aspect of the game. I view it as gaining more of an understanding at the expense of familiarity. Look at those thick, hairy thighs. Yep, there you go. See, there's stuff to appreciate after all these years. Exactly, Executey. There's just something a little bit odd about how he runs. Oh, there's plenty odd about a lot of the animations in this game. Because remember, they didn't mocap anything for this game like they did for all the following games. All these animations were done by hand, pretty much by one person. Like it was basically just Takayoshi Sato. Yeah, he leans forward and like his arms are very stiff and his legs just don't quite have like that natural stride look to them. As a lot of people tend to phrase it, he runs like he's shit his pants. Like he's trying really hard not to move his waist too much, but he's also in a hurry. Exactly, Lan.
Hold it.
Exactly, Lan. If I move wrong, there's going to be a mudslide in my pants, but I need to hurry. Do I smoke? I do. Not nearly as much as I used to, but I still have the occasional cigarette. Cheryl is code for toilet. I'm going to start using that. I'm going to start using that as like my polite way to say I need to go to the restroom. If I'm like out with friends, I'm like, I got to go look for Cheryl. My daughter. I have to find her. doctor was very far away from the door. He's usually pretty close to that door. Hey, Sam. That hasn't been an active command for a little while. I haven't done a blind playthrough in... God, I don't even remember what was the last thing I played blind. Evil Within? Nurse, get out of the way. Any interest in the Resident Evil 2 remake? Of course. I did! Exclamation point RE2. I should have figured out how to put like a counter to see exactly how many times I've been asked that. Because that is by far the most asked thing in chat in a long time. Hey streamer, you've streamed nothing but horror games predominantly for the past 4 years. And the newest, biggest horror game that everyone is playing is out. Are you going to play it? What do you think? Exactly. I mean, I tried doing that for a while where I was just telling people like, no, of course not. I'm not interested. Not Silent Hill. Why would I play it? And then I moved on to the joke that every time somebody asks, I'm going to add another week between now and when I play it. And that we're up to like playing it sometime in the year 2100.
Was I dreaming?
But yeah, I'm just not the type of person anymore, like, regardless of what game it is or what genre it is or anything, like, it's very, very rare that I play anything day one anymore. I don't get super hype over new game releases. Not to say that RE2, like, doesn't look like it's worth it, because it does look like it is living up to the hype for most people who've been playing it and enjoying it. And I'm probably going to play it and enjoy it myself. But, yeah, I'm just not that type of person. I don't fiend out over whatever the newest, latest, greatest shit is and get it day one. I just don't care. I'm sorry. I just don't care that much anymore.
What's...
Okay, Neb, we're all jaded here. I mean, that's the whole thing. I'm 31. I've seen enough games get announced and get super excited about them, and then they just flat out are not what they were advertised as, or get canceled altogether. How could anybody have faith in anything after PT? That's my question. People ask about that still. People still come in and they're like, are you disappointed about PT, about Silent Hills getting canceled? And it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, of course. Fucking romper. How did that not fucking knock me down? How did it just push me forward? There we go. Uh-oh. I missed the building. There it is. What the fuck is going on? Out of bounds skip. We just skipped the twin feeler. The whole section with the mall, and then you fall down, you fight the caterpillar, and do all that stuff, and then it puts you out on the other side of town. You gotta run all the way back here. You skip that by getting the romper to attack you in that one area transition next to Green Lion Antiques. Yeah, you skip the hunting rifle. You don't need it. Because counter hit damage is a thing. So you actually have enough shotgun ammo to do everything you need. You don't need the rifle at all. Yeah, we still gotta fight Float Sting. We just skip the caterpillar. We skip Twin Feeler. Get to hang out on the roof of your mom's house. Yeah, I know, Trina. We're gonna get 2-year subs. There's gonna be some 2-year subscribers soon. Start seeing some new badges. have the badge before you can actually resub. I know, it's so weird how like all of that works. It's just the way that the whole subscription thing works. Like technically everybody who subbed the first month and has been subbed since, I guess. Well, it doesn't matter now because it shows it all, but you'll have the 2-year badge a month before I actually have been partnered for 2 months. Because people are going to get it this month. Even though technically it's not 2 years until March 17th. And yeah, you sub day one. You literally are subscriber number 1. Rachel, you were the very first to subscribe. Like, by the time I even saw that I had been accepted as a partner and was like doing all of that stuff, waiting to see if I got like an email or anything for the button to be up, you camped it out and got that first sub. Out of my way. That was a very determined scratcher. Next big game purchase is probably going to be Devil May Cry 5. Yeah, I'll definitely get that at some point, but probably not anytime soon. Same deal for stuff like Kingdom Hearts 3. It's been a long time since I played Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2, and I've only ever played Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, and Chain of Memories. Those are the only 3 games I played. I never played any of the other ones because I don't have the collection, and I never had like 3DS, and God, I forget what all the side games came out on. Dream Drop Distance was 3DS, and then what else was there? 300 and whatever /2 days. Never played any of those. I only played the 2 games on PlayStation 2, Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, and I played Chain of Memories on GBA. I didn't even play like the re-release of Chain of Memories when they ported it to console and stuff. I just played the original GBA one. I bought a Game Boy Advance SP pretty much just for that game. I bought Chain of Memories and Final Fantasy Dawn of Souls. It was the I think that's what it was called. Or was that the DS one? Whichever Final Fantasy 1 and 2 was on GBA. Okay, well, that was it? Okay. anytime a title has like the DS naming, I always just assume that it's probably on the DS, because they did that for like fucking everything. Like every single title that got localized, they tried to work in DS into the title for everything that was on DS or 3DS. Super Mario 64 DS.
Sybil.
I mean, like, as far as the actual, because there was also a Resident Evil one. There was like Resident Evil on the DS, and that had like a 2-word thing, Deadly Silence. Thank you. Yeah, Deadly Silence. A lot of people forget that that even was like a thing. Advance Wars Dual Strike. And if it wasn't worked into the main title, it was usually like worked into the game somehow through localization. The first Trauma Center was like that, where, well, I guess Trauma Center in general, because they localized the main character to be Derek Styles, also a play off of the stylus itself. People just now realizing this. Yeah, exactly. But they did that for like so many things. So many things across the DS and 3DS. Death Stranding for DS. Do it. Just because the name works. Trauma Center proved the Wii could be more than a gimmick. I mean, there's a lot of good games on the Wii that proved that it was more than just like a gimmick console. But it was the games that really forced the motion control stuff too hard without implementing it in like a good way. Yeah, they would usually wind up kind of falling short instead of just like focusing on a good game first and foremost and trying to kind of work controls in as part of it. I'm surprised that worked. I was like standing next to it, like side by side instead of facing it. I must have caught just like the very edge of that hurt box. Harry. Also very close to death, so there's a good chance I'll die here and nowhere. Don't know if there's any convenient healing things to get either. There's the med kit in the clock room. That's probably about it. Don't. I could have gotten into that door a little bit quicker. I messed up my movement. And I had to, because my health is so low, I just wanted to move away so I didn't get hit. Damn it. Yeah, I like the music in that room. Really eerie. Well, already wasted time because I fucked up the menu, so let's get this first aid kit. I'm playing Tetris Effect. Oh man, that looks really good. Ah. Move, lady. Move, lady. Oh yeah, me too, Cinny. But I just don't see Konami putting that kind of effort in. Sadly. And it sucks because they also don't seem to be budging on like just selling the IP to a developer that'll do something with it. Is it me or the PS TV has faster door transitions? It does. Loading screens, door transitions, and things like that are all faster on the PSTV version. No, you're not going insane. You are just very acutely aware of how long these transitions and things usually take. Because yeah, it is pretty significant on PSTV how much faster it is. It doesn't actually make the overall speed run any faster, since the in-game timer is not moving during those segments anyway. So it doesn't affect your final IGT time, but hey, faster overall times RTA means more efficient practicing. You're getting through each run and stuff like somewhat faster than you would playing it on another console, so it's something at least. And I mean, if you're ever going to race this game with anybody, this is definitely the version to have, because it is significantly faster when you're comparing RTA. But yeah, in-game time for Silent Hill 1 is actually like weirdly consistent. There's a lot of games out there where the in-game timer is just kind of a joke because of how bad it is. Whereas like it's actually a pretty solid fucking timer for Silent Hill 1, the way it works. Very consistent between versions. Yeah, IGT doesn't count the door transitions. It doesn't count cutscenes. It doesn't count a lot of different things.
I was shocked.
Actually, I think that might be it for Silent Hill 1. It's a little different for some of the other games. Like Silent Hill 4. Whenever there's like a note on screen, that also pauses IGT. So it's a little different from game to game, like what counts and what doesn't.
Daddy.
Cheryl!
Yeah.
Thank you, Daddy.
I've seen Bach and Whiskcake talking about that when they were running RE2 and stuff.
Can't be. Can't leave like this. This can't be happening.
So
Cheryl!
luckily that's not too much of an issue for this one. The only Silent Hill games where you really have to worry, I mean, as said, it's different from game to game. Because, like, this game, Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3, cutscenes don't count against your in-game time. But then in Silent Hill 4, they do. So you have to learn to efficiently skip cutscenes in Silent Hill 4, because they're all counting against you if you let them play for too long.
Go.
For Silent Hill 2, all of the cutscenes during the actual run, like until the very end, don't count against you. But then the final cutscene, like your ending cutscene and the credits cutscene, those do count against you. Whoa. 36:23. Not a super impressive time by any stretch of the imagination, but I think that's my personal best. I don't even remember what my PB was when I was first learning this game on emulation.